Hello my friends, I promised you some of the kabooms. Well, here they are in Kerch, Crimea. This is the oil storage. Well, I got some of the information about those strikes yesterday and I knew the location. Don't ask me how, but I thought it would be a Kerch bridge after all. But no, that's the Kerch oil storage plus ferry. So after all, the logistics was hurt as well, and it was the only remaining ferry through the Kerch Strait that Russia used to transport their fuel trucks. And yes, here we have a volcano strait at the Kerch Bay. This is one of those few remaining storages, if not the only last remaining in Crimea that wasn't yet hit before. Well, it was hit. And here's the video evidence. The fire spreads there from one tank to another. A fantastic job done by Ukrainian drone operators and kind of the poor job from the Russian air defense, and they should have protected this area very seriously. Maybe Russians sent absolutely everything to Moscow because it also showed its vulnerability, but the result is on your screens. Ukraine is damn successful even in the Kerch Strait. The strike happened at around 3 a.m. local time. You might see the oil tanks on fire. So it will deteriorate the fuel crisis in Crimea even more. Crimea is getting more and more isolated, and the role which Putin gave to Crimea to play this supply hub center, it is not possible any longer because Ukraine cut multiple of the bridges and Ukraine strikes oil storages, fuel storages, Russian military bases. So it's physically not possible to feed Russian army in the southern regions of occupied Ukraine, like for example Kherson, Zaporizhia, and for that reason Ukraine is taking an advantage even on the front lines in those places. Not in Konstantinivka because their supply shoulder is a little bit different, and to really be successful in cutting Russian supplies, Ukraine should strike M4 road on the Russian territory, not yet reachable for Ukrainian Hornet drones, but in the future it could be cut as well, I am sure about it. And this was the last ferry that Russia used to transport the fuel trucks across the Kerch Strait, and it was hit today. We have the report about it. The Russian ferry Pagania was struck at the Kerch ferry crossing in the Russian Krasnodar region. The attack also sparked a fire at the Chushka oil terminal. Strikes on the Kerch ferry crossing are particularly significant as it has become a key route for fuel supplies into Crimea after repeated attacks on Russia's land corridor. But what about the Kerch bridge? Well, according to the information published by the Russian military bloggers, Russia partially opened the Kerch bridge for fuel transportation, but they are not sending lots of the fuel trucks or fuel trains across it. Russian authorities are afraid that Ukraine might hit those trucks and cause significant damage to the bridge itself, and that would cut Crimea completely. My friends, just a short reminder, and it works because some people tend to forget to press like, so press like just right now while you're watching this video, and also subscribe for the channel. Plus, if you can, you may support my job on Patreon. The link for it is in the video description right below, or join membership of YouTube channel by pressing button join. Yes, if you can. But with your kind support, I'm here filming videos for you, even sometimes 2 times per day. So my friends, thank you so much, and let's continue with the video. And here's one more picture from the Kerch Strait. So this is an oil terminal and something else is burning too. Could it be a ferry? Maybe. I just want to show you on map, so let's go to the Kerch Strait, and this is the oil terminal. It's here. It's yet under construction. Some of the tanks are being built, and it is very close to Kerch Bridge or Crimean Bridge, which means that the Russian air defense is freaking blind. It is not capable to protect the Kerch Bridge here, it seems like. Well, it seems like Ukraine has more cards in this case to cut the main Russian logistics supply line, but the problem here that with the drones only, Ukraine is unable to definitely kaboom this robust construction. Ukraine needs to design something really bigger, and that bigger is coming. I'm saying about FP7 and FP9 ballistic missiles. The drones could have been used, but Russia put anti-drone protection, so the possible outcome of the underwater operation is under the big question. So I think that the aerial strikes, they're more profitable for Ukraine, especially then we see that Russian air defense cannot protect a critical infrastructure in Kerch Strait. After today's strike, I think maybe it's just the myth that the Russian air defense is really outstanding in the Kerch Bridge. I mean, it's not even outstanding in Moscow, where the density of the air defense is really huge. But the Kerch Bridge, well, we'll see in the future, okay? But I think for now Ukraine doesn't have really those tools to kaboom the Kerch bridge. If there was some of the fuel train indeed with multiple of the fuel tanks, yes. With the drones it is possible to damage the bridge as it was damaged the first time. And that's the main reason why Russia hesitates to use Kerch bridge connection in that way. But yeah, with FP7, FP9, it's gonna be a different story. So not just this storage was hit, but also on the Russian side, there is the Chushka storage over here. This facility was targeted several months ago, and there is one more strike on it. So yes, absolutely fantastic job, and sometimes I have even a legit information that was leaked. Well, if it was leaked for me, almost publicly, it means that the Russian intelligence, Russian structure itself is really stupid, and they haven't deployed additional air defense systems to protect the Kerch channel. It should have been done very fast because the information, let's say, leaked yesterday afternoon, but still it's their main Kerch bridge. Ukraine could have hit this part of their infrastructure, which is very important for everything, but no, they're blind, it seems like. So yeah, we have the geolocation. This is from another perspective, the same oil storage, which is very, very close to the Kerch bridge. Well, actually, if we take this wider picture and firm satellites, this oil port is on fire. Also, the one I told you on the Russian side, so Russia lost 2 of the oil storages, 2 of the ports, and also the part of the infrastructure was hit on Ukrainian side, temporarily occupied. And this is the place which is on fire. Yeah, those are ferries. So probably one of the ferries caught fire, and it gave the trace for satellites to track the fire detection. Yes. Well, the Ukrainian cyber Borshino Osens analyzed the attack, and they say about way more strikes of Ukrainian drones. They confirmed 2 of the kabooms of the oil storages, 2 of the ferry ports, and also the strikes on the Russian air defense and radars. A little bit behind the Kerch Strait, so at first a Russian air defense was disabled on the way, and later on Ukrainian drones hit targets. Fantastic. Oh my god, this war is really interactive. Even now, like 21st of June, we have obtained the actual videos of the night attack that happened a few hours ago. Guys, never ever any of the wars got this like up-to-date confirmations, evidence and visual information. This is fantastic. So that was the oil port. And here we have the air defense, radar that was kaputted on the way to disable the Russian air defense in particular sector. The radar was not capable to detect this FP2 or FP1 drone, and our Magyar drone bird units continued the operation. One more storage, or what was that? And that's the Neba-U radar that was hit also the last night. So idea for Ukraine is to disable Russian sight, for them to be blind and not be able to spot Ukrainian drones flying or Ukrainian missiles. This is the propane compressor station, and this is the fuel station. Those are the trucks, as you might see, and there is the cistern of fuel behind. One more fuel supply truck was hit on the way, and of course Magyar shows the kaboom of the oil storage or oil storages on both sides of the Kerch Strait. Fantastic, absolutely great, and eyewitnesses are also filming those videos, so we have lots and lots of the confirmation what particular was disabled. And that's the image of the port itself. Yeah, a huge kaboom. Well, some of the tanks are still intact, so Ukraine will visit the facility once again, I guess. What I may also say that the 5-point drones, they're outstanding. And as Zelensky said that the range of FP2 drones was increased to 3,000 kilometers. So just imagine that. Russia will suffer. And we already have the comment from Magyar himself. So Moscow and the bunker grandpa will hold on to Crimea to the last as the main trophy of the war, even in island mode. So bunker grandpa, it means Putin will hold to Crimea till the last moment. And of course, it's just a pillar of the ideology of the Russian world, Russian peace, that they occupy this Crimea, in general. And this internal Azov Sea, which Russia now fully controls, as they state. However, now using Crimea as the launching pad for attacks on Ukraine is militarily absurd. And Magyar shares his recipe: complete shutdown of the air defense, destruction of the remains of the fleet, the shutdown of the shadow economy, total resource and logistical exhaustion, inability for Russia to use Crimea as the tourist destination, an energy desert, a transport lockdown, etc. Of course, Bunker Grandpa will feed Crimea with more subsidies, but don't dream of controlling peninsula. It won't be like it before. Ukrainians in the occupied territory sorry now for the constant anxiety, closed bridges, roads, darkness, silence and stress. Stay away from military objects and everything flammable. Share firewood and just be careful. There is no other way to demilitarize occupants in peninsula. It's a job for professionals and we know it. Crimea will bring Moscow down. It's the point of psychological breakdown and a needle in haystack hidden right under our noses. All dictatorships collapse suddenly. Remember any example. And Magyar birds are implementing the recipe for the borscht from the freedom-loving Ukrainians. Fantastic, yes, it's like that. So the isolation of Crimea is happening and the Kerch Bridge is just a matter of time. Just look at this. This is the Kerch Bridge, very close to what is on fire. And for sure, if someone shows that to Putin, like his favorite Kerch Bridge and something burning very close, he would be really concerned. Okay, so there is the emergency announcement of the occupation administration of Crimea, Aksionov himself, who was illegally put there by the Russian Federation. So he said that they cannot longer sell fuel on the gas stations to anyone, even with the limits, even with QR codes, even with special tickets. No, it's not possible. So fuel will be obtained by the government organizations, that's it. So there is no fuel for civilians in Crimea any longer, not just for civilians, but also for those Russian volunteers and partially for the Russian army too. Because the Russian military bloggers continue to complain that even the air defense special units, mobile groups, cannot refuel their vehicles. So those services responsible for security and operation of Crimea, they will receive fuel, the rest no. Yeah, everyone please remain calm, and he is putting his side aside, like really aside from the camera. It means that he is really concerned. The current situation in Crimea is the worst one since the start of occupation in 2014. So my recommendation to people who live in Crimea just to leave the peninsula for their own safety. And the Russian government apparatus cannot handle the situation with the Ukrainian long and middle-range strikes, with the Ukrainian capabilities to cancel fuel for entire regions, whether those are on occupied territories or on Russian territory as well. Like, for example, in Krasnodarsky Krai, which is bordering Ukraine, there's also very huge issues with fuel. And by the way, in Moscow too. And Reuters already quotes the Russian-installed authorities in Crimea. They have suspended fuel sales for the public and business following a major Ukrainian drone attack. Fuel supplies are now restricted to government agencies providing essential and security services. Officials say the attack disturbed key supply routes, caused power outages in several areas, halted ferry traffic across the Kerch Strait, and temporarily closed the bridge connecting Crimea to Russia. So the bridge is closed after all. They closed the freaking bridge, so it means that there is no connection absolutely to the mainland. Yeah, even though the connection has not been damaged, but Russia is so afraid that they closed the operation. Temporary for now. So temporary, it's not a peninsula, it's an island, I'm saying about Crimea. It's interesting, but some of the analysts are saying that 4 radar stations from S-400 anti-aircraft missile system and 2 Panzer anti-aircraft missile and gun systems located directly on the Kerch Bridge were disabled the last night in an operation by Security Service of Ukraine and Ukrainian Defense Forces. How? I mean, they might receive the signals from those radars which were hit yesterday night, like Neba'u or something, but they might also work independently. How they were disabled? Like, I haven't seen yet the videos of those systems being kaboomed physically. Panzer S-1, S-400 radars, well, maybe they will be published later on, but maybe they were disabled in different way. Like, for example, the local sabotage group gave some of the vodka to the Russian air defense systems operators, and they lost their capabilities temporarily. Well, it could be everything actually, but this information is really outstanding, and it explains why Ukraine was so successful striking facilities in a close proximity from the Kerch Bridge. Alright, what Russian military bloggers are saying about the last night attack? Military Informer channel has lots of the subscribers. Now the trend towards stabilizing the gasoline situation on peninsula has gone in opposite direction. Local authorities report that the sale of fuel has been cancelled in Crimea and Sevastopol. If the enemy, so Ukraine, manages to block ferry connection with Crimea, it has already been blocked, combined with the disruption of the logistics via the southern main highway R280 and also the bridges between Crimea and Kherson, the next obvious target will be the Crimean or Kerch bridge itself, through which Russian leadership will be forced to allow the passage of cargo in this situation. And yes, I'm monitoring the Russian Telegram channels, and before they say that Crimea has received lots of the fuel, and that fuel was stored where? In Kerch. Yeah, lots of the fuel came, a lot, and today's news that the fuel will not be given to people any longer. Also, Russian channels are saying that some of the districts in Sevastopol stay without electricity because Ukraine hit the substations. Well, even though the Sevastopol is the city, but it's also the main headquarters hub for the Russian Navy. And still there are submarines and ships in Sevastopol port. Not every ship was taken out from Crimea. So Ukraine disables the infrastructure, first of all, for the Russian military. More firm satellites from our Telegram channels, they shared the information about the kaboom, and the port is gone. Yeah, maybe a couple of the oil tanks survived that, and on the other part of the shore, also firm satellites report the fire. So, fantastic.
Вот, и тупо весь Митридат у нас тут видно. Вот.
Russian kids, or maybe those are Ukrainians who live on occupied territory. Well, anyways, they're happy filming this volcano. This guy says that it was a heavy shelling. And you see the cloud, and there is the Kerch bridge over here. Very close. And here is one more video. Yeah, it's on, like, there are some of the tanks here in the front too. Yeah. So Ukraine will visit it once again, I'm sure about it, and volcano is big. Right guys, it's all what I want to say in this video. I don't want to make it really long. Stand by for the regular update a little later, and yeah, the news are fantastic. Also, please support my job if you can on Patreon. The link for it is in the video description right below, or join membership of YouTube channel by pressing button join. My friends, thank you so much for making this content possible. Also, don't forget to press your like to this video and subscribe for the channel, it matters a lot. I wish you all a peaceful sky wherever you are, and have a great time.